Okay, so SDF at 6 a.m. Eastern took the servers down. Well, 6:40 a.m. Eastern took the servers down. Kicked this thing off. Servers that looks like are back up now. Fixed an issue with DLSS will always turn on. Drops, frame drops. Oh, so maybe they fixed some of this frame drops. The one big zombie area, there was like that really bad frame drop off room for a lot of people. Cultist Tunic primary attribute strength gain for each grade. Okay, so a Cultist Tunic is getting like better strength additions. Lizardman headshot damage reduction bonus has been changed from 15 to 10%. So they actually nerfed the lizard skin. Interesting. I never really felt like the lizard skin was all that strong, but maybe like at lower levels, because that was kind of like the go-to if you were running like white gear lobbies. You would pretty much like dive on the lizard skin. It was kind of like the thing. Rogues double jump movement speed penalty changed from -12 to -18, so they slowed rogues down again. Cleric and Warlock can now use spell memory too. Oh, that's amazing, actually. That's huge. 2 spell wheels for Cleric is massive. Now that there's so much more knowledge on gear, with the base stats being what they are, that is huge. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Warlocks can now use a heater shield. Also interesting. Although I don't know why you would want to. Give the Warlock can the Warlock use Buckler? They can't, right? Give the Warlock the Buckler. When can we have Warlocks using the Fuckler, dude? Sign me up for that. Warlock Demon Armor has been changed from -75% to -50. We did it! We did it! We did it! Perk reduces will by 50% though. Okay, so you're not going to have nearly as much spell power bonus, but this is huge. That is absolutely huge. Okay, that I can deal with. That right there I can deal with. It's more about the ability to heal yourself than it is about damage dealing output. That I can deal with. Yeah, you lose 30% power bonus. Yeah. So it reduces their will by 50%. That's not awful. It just means that the bonus that you're getting from will isn't going to be as good. But that I'm okay with. I'm good with that. Because this just means that instead of focusing on will, you focus on spell power. You focus on magic power bonus. Because that'll get you where you need to go. So you do magic power on your stuff instead of will stuff. Invispot now has 15 knowledge requirement for use. Oh, that's interesting. No more landmine rogues and no more landmine barbs. That's very interesting. Like you can still like rogue doesn't get the bonuses from Invispot that they used to get anyway, but Barbarian was kind of like using these to jump people. Now they're going to have some knowledge on their gear in order to be able to pull it off. That's kind of cool. All right. Golden Viking Sword and Golden Felling Axe give luck and magic damage reduction as primary attributes. Huh. Remove negative magic resistance from the Golden Plate Armor. Okay. Warmaul's movement speed penalty changed from 55 to 50, so they're making Warmaul users quicker again. Windless movement speed penalty changed from 60 to 55. Zweihander, -40, -45, so they're slowing down Zweihanders a little bit. I don't think that this is going to do much. I think Zweihander barbs, thanks to Spuddy, are still going to be a thing. Additional movement speed modifier for random modifiers that appear on items for the feet slot has changed from 2 to 3. Okay, so they're making movement speed on feet a little bit faster for all things. So now plate boots are going to have a minimum of 3 move speed instead of 2. Random modifiers appear on items for leg slot has changed from 2 to 3. Okay. Movement speed bonus modifier for random modifiers appear on the items for the neck slot has changed from 1.5 to 1%. Okay. Max move speed bonus is going to be 1%. So they're slowing down the necks, the neck bonuses for move speed, and they're speeding up the leg bonuses on feet and on legs. And on ring. Rings are 2, now 3 move speed. Okay. Updated High Roller Ruins so the Elite Giant Worm appears instead of the Common Giant Worm. Nice. All right. So that just, the Elite Giant Worm is kind of whatever. It just means the poison damage is going to be a little bit harder. They're going to hit a little bit harder, but they'll be a little bit faster. But I don't really think we got anything to worry about there. Increased AP gain from bringing looted armored weapons out of the dungeon. Good change. AP appears in the item achieve row of the results screen. The amount of points gained is equal to the gold price of the item when selling it back to a merchant. Oh, that's actually big. That's a lot. Because purple items are what, 12 gold per slot, right? Blues are 8. And greens are 5. So you're talking like 50-ish, 48 AP for a 4-slot purple. That's huge. That's actually a lot. I don't know exactly what Treasure was pulling, but the AP being equivalent to gold sale value on those items is going to be a lot. That's a lot of AP. That makes looting gear in the game worth it. That's a big change. That's super positive. I'm good with this. I'm actually super good with this. Increase the amount of adventure points gained for a PvP kill by 50%. Oh boy. Okay. That's a lot too. That's big. People are going to get hunted now. That's actually big too. This is good. To improve accuracy when reporting players, only one type of report can now be made against the same target. Okay. A game addiction prevention system has been added to the Korean client. This has to be something that they have to do from a legal standpoint. Korea's got to have some law in place where they've got to do something where they notify gamers that they've been in the chair for a long time or something. Okay, so this is huge. Hopefully they have some type of thing in there where it's like if you kill your teammates, it's not going to count. Because, if I kill my bro, that shouldn't really count as a PvP kill, right? Like, they got to have something in there for that. These are good changes. This is a W patch. Man, they always do a good job with these patches, man. Like, I get that they try some experimented stuff and, like, people end up having, like issues that they'll end up bitching about with certain design changes or whatever for things that they're going to try. But they're always quick to react to those things that, like, the player base ends up pushing back on. And I feel like the patches, when they do put them out, have some real thought behind them. This is another win for me. I really like what they did here. It's good. What if your bro wants to do a sick duel? Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get to do the sick duel, but you don't get to have you don't get the AP for the schmurder. You know what I mean? But this is a W patch. I'm good with this. Yeah, we'll have to get in here today and play around with the 2 spell wheels. The 2 spell wheels on Cleric is huge. For team play, that's so huge. That's so massive. Because, like, pure backline Cleric, you want to have, like let me bring Earthquake and Holy Strike and Res, and the buffs. You know what I mean? So huge. You can be just one big buff and heal factory. Dude, backline Cleric would sing with a second memory spell slot, or second memory wheel now, with the changes being what they are. Huge. And Warlocks, like I said, with all of the baseline gear, dude, with the way that they've changed it now, so like purple knowledge pants are 5 knowledge. You can get a 5 knowledge robe. You can get a 5 knowledge cape. You can get a 5 knowledge helmet. Like, there's so much spell capacity now for clerics and warlocks that you have the ability to make some really, really fun deep spell builds with a lot of haste, and you're just bombing spells on people. Super good. Super fucking good. That's going to be really, really fun. And now what it did passively is it actually raised the skill ceiling a little bit, because now you have clerics and warlocks that can do a lot more like spell weaving and really shine, instead of worrying about whether or not clerics got judgment or smite or whatever. There's obviously still a place for that. Like smite for solos for sure. Maybe you end up having a cleric that still only uses the 1 spell wheel and they use purification instead because boss clear things or whatever. But if you're bombing around the dungeon and you're not using purification and you want to just be like a heal and buff bot in the background with some really good utility, like it gives clerics a lot of options now. I'm cool with it. I've been asking them to put spell memory 2 back for a long time for cleric. I think that's good. And the demon armor changed a massive dub. I was begging them to make it a 50% reduction in healing instead of 75. This actually makes sense, because if you put vampirism on, now it's a 30% penalty to healing. Like, you can get around that with life leech and stuff and use and drain. Like that works. It works. So I'm good with it. Yeah. Big W, dude. Big W.